91%, huh? Hey, not looking too bad. Pretty close to 100 there. Boy, I hope we don't have to do anything after 100. That would be unfortunate. Why am I being sarcastic right now when it's so obvious that I'm not being sarcastic? Anyway, in the last episode, we found basically all of the stag stations, except for one, which he told us about because we found all the other ones. So we're just going to go ahead and pick that one, and we're going to go there now. And this, honestly, right here is probably one of my favorite moments in the game, and the reason why this is one of my favorite characters in the game. Because if you talk to this guy now, he says, "That pass you hold, is it not for that ghastly machine, the tram? I hope you're not thinking of riding on that grotesque contraption. The thought a mere machine could attempt what we stags do? Foolish, very foolish." Right you are. But more importantly, being back in my old home, I feel the weight of my long life bearing down on me. I carry it proudly, though. Wherever I travel, the memories of my family and my kind come with me. So this is it. This is his old home, which he probably hasn't seen in forever, and just being back here again, I can only imagine. It'd be like me going back to Wisconsin or something. Or maybe more importantly, going back to Georgia, which I eventually did. Every now and then, you kind of think about it again. It's so hard to say, you know, when I try to think of where exactly, you know, because I've had so many different chapters to my life, and like which ones are which, I don't even know. I feel like 2004 was really the big before and after moment. Like there's before 2004 and there's after 2004. Everything else is just a blur in my memory at this point. We're going way up here though, aren't we? Nice little bit of music synchronization there, but an empty eggshell. Which does imply that there may be more of these guys out here. Or that they may have hatched and then just went away somewhere. We can only pray they make a return in Silk Song, but that is another story. What we got over here? It's an elevator and a door? Wait, where does the elevator go? Hang on a second. I don't really remember. It's the same elevator that's in Dirtmouth that takes you down. Okay. Why are these chains moving? I don't know. Why can't I do the thing? I can't do like the ground pound here. Oh, I don't have any soul. Shit. Hang on a second. I could probably ghost nail something around here. Maybe I could have ghost nailed the eggshell or something. Boom. Could have ghost nailed that right there. So, you come out of there. It drops you off of the Howling Cliffs. So, you could have seen this ledge from the Howling Cliffs. In fact, I might have shown it, actually. I don't really remember now. But, yeah. But you can't actually get up to this cliff. The only way to do it is to take the stag to the stag nest. No, there's definitely... I don't think there's anything too terribly important here, but I want to see, though. What do you think of my old home, little one? It was full of life once. Stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they'd been and the passengers they'd met. For a long time now, I've considered myself the only one remaining, the last stag. But being in the nest again, there's something in the air. A smell or a warmth, or a presence, perhaps? Could it be other stags have made their way out into the wider world? Yes, I will hold on to that hope. My kin still alive somewhere out there, journeying beyond these lands. But for me, I could never abandon the stagways, not as long as passengers still need them. I can tell you still have important work to do. I will be your companion as long as my old body still serves. Let us enjoy the old stagways of this kingdom together a little longer. Oh yeah, I love this guy, man. Also, I said somewhere instead of some other word that was in his dialogue. Well aware of it. Don't care anymore. Never did, never will. Okay, I decided to take a quick look. Sure enough, there's not actually anything here. Wow, all that time spent gathering soul for, well, basically nothing. It's pretty cool to think, though, that that was there, and that it probably had some use when this place was alive, but hey, you know. So, man, oh man. Well, I think it's not necessarily maybe the thing I want to do the most, but I think since it's getting really close to Halloween here, this is the best time to do it. And we might as well get it out of the way. Besides, it's actually really fun. At least some parts of it are. Not the part we're about to do, but that's neither here nor there. So we come over here. We already talked about, well, you know what? I don't even have to go here to do this. All I have to do is equip the charm. So that charm that the Grimm Troupe guy gave us, I'm going to go and take these off. Reluctantly, but willingly. Or, well, I don't even know what I said. Grinchild. Warned by those to take part in the Grimm Troupe's ritual, the bearer must seek the Grimmkin and collect their flames. Uncollected flames will appear on the bearer's map, as well as below this description. So I guess we still have enough to put one of these back on. No, I'll put Dash Master back on. How bad do I need these other things? I'd like to have Wayward Compass. See, now I have a little bug guy following me around. This is what the summon charms do, though. They kind of add these little bugs to your thing. Should we get some more tips while we're here? Precept 4, forget your past. The past is painful, and thinking about your past can only bring you misery. Think about something else instead, such as the future, or some food. Hey, that's pretty good advice. Wait, I was trying to walk away. Strength beats strength? Is your opponent strong? No matter, simply overcome their strength with even more strength, and they'll soon be defeated. That's Johnny Lawrence's approach. The best defense is more offense. So if we look at the map now, we can see a nice little glow where some of these fights are that we have to go do. There's going to be 3 fights, and then there's going to be 3 more, and then there's going to be 3 more. So, I'm not going to... I mean, I'm basically going to just take us to these locations and just fight these guys. Because, aside from just going to a place and fighting a guy, there really isn't that much to this. Like, I'll at least show us getting there this time. Ah, there it is. So you'll come to a place and there'll be like a torch. And when you enter the area, you'll just run into a dude and you have to fight him. So, these guys are kind of a pain in the ass, actually, in my opinion. But, well, there we go. They will telegraph their moves, and they get progressively harder, so this is like the easiest version of it right here. Might not be the worst idea to just blast them when you see them. If they're just throwing fireballs, they'll just kind of pull the torch back, but if they launch towards you, they're gonna, like, move a little bit away from you before they do it, because every monster always does that. Most monsters in video games kind of telegraph that the same way. It's like they back up a little bit so they have more room to get their speed up, and they just kind of run into you. There you go, boom, that's 1. It's 1 out of 9, 1 down, 8 to go. Flame consumed. So, we're not going to see that just yet, because you have to kill 3 of them to get the first... Well, actually, okay, never mind, I guess we will get to see a flame there. Anyway, so next spot, well, we're not going to be able to see it from here, but you can always go to your other map to look at it. Here we go. There's going to be one down by the City of Tears. Oh, yeah, we all know that spot. And then there's one over there in that room. Jeez, it's a long way. Well, this one's right next to a stack station. That's right next to the city storerooms. So what do you say we do that one next? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's hear another one. Precept 6, choose your own fate. Our elders teach that our fate is chosen for us before we are even born. I disagree. You know, I disagree with that too, actually, so... Call me crazy, man. Let's go and sit on the bench to refill our magic, or our thing, or whatever. Oh, there it is. Oh, boy. Okay. You can actually move around if you don't like the terrain or something where the guy spawns. You can move around and they'll just follow you to wherever you go. So, do that and find yourself a good spot where you're comfortable fighting and then just go to it. Yeah, it might be a good idea to actually, like, charge up here when he gets ready to throw the fireballs. Or you could just do that, too, I suppose. If with really good timing, you could hit him. Or do that. Yeah, no doubt Nailmaster's Glory is the way to do this, for sure. Yeah, that was a lot faster, actually. Alright, that's 2. Let's do number 3. That one was in Green Path. We'll just go there, then. Ah, here we come. So this is another cool thing about this game. Notice how, like, when you're on the edge of the screen, the rest of the room doesn't really light up, but as you get closer to the middle, it does light up. It's an interesting way for areas to sort of introduce themselves gradually to you. When you get there, you're just not totally there yet, until you actually get inside of it properly. Okay, well, we got some easy terrain here. How about that? So, 1. Man, I really should have put on, oh, man. Should have put on the thing for this one, the Fragile Strength. Yeah, a little bit of bad timing there. One more. There you go, yeah, see, once they pull back, you pretty much go ahead and let go of the button. There is a bit of animation to that, a bit of animation time where your sword is out when you're doing those arts. So, it's plenty of time for them to kind of just basically run into it. What, he ran into your fist? Not your fault, right? How many times can I quote that? Jeez. I told you Terry Silver was a big part of my life. Oh, hey, look at this. These guys. Seen quite a few of these around. Yeah, I still find myself, even when I'm just wandering through these old areas, going ahead and killing some of the enemies that I see here. Because we don't know if we necessarily have all their journal entries yet. I don't know why there's a bench there. That's kind of... Are we going the right way here? Oh, we're going up the other side. Okay. How about that? Didn't even realize I was in a different room here. Yeah, those guys especially. Yeah, the great thing is, like, when you use double jump, if you hit a wall jump after your second double jump, you get your double jump back, so you can double jump again. It's actually really convenient. It's one of the things that makes this game so much fun to play, though. It's just how much leeway it gives you. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, and since we're back in Dirtmouth, you know what that means. More precepts. Precept 7, mourn not the dead. When we die, do things get better for us or worse? There's no way to tell, so we shouldn't bother mourning, or celebrating for that matter. You know, he's got a point there, I suppose. Why do I keep saying that after every single thing he says? He's got a point! It's Zote for crying out loud, but still, truth is truth regardless of who it comes from. Hello. I don't know why all these guys always stand with, like, their legs, like, they look like a greater than sign. Their head and legs are, like, to the left, and the middle is, like, jutting out, like they're poofing out their chest or something. I guess that's the idea. His Hornet's stance is kind of like that, too. I could feel it. The warmth of the flame you've gathered together. A masterful opening act. The air hums with excitement. Dear child, you've done so well. Let your fire burn even brighter. Yeah? Oh, shoot. Okay. He's a little bigger. Beautiful, yes. The child has grown from idle youth to deadly companion. About these dangerous lands, its aid will no doubt be welcome. Except for in Fog Canyon, don't use them in there. This still neglect our dance, for it too continues. Keep hunting that scattered scarlet essence. When the child is filled with flame once more, return to the stage and the performance will begin. Performance. Yeah, you're not wrong there. How are you doing, buddy? The flame, seek it out for Master Farkin. For the toilet. Alright, so if we look at our map now, it's going to be like in totally different spots. Oh, we got one right over there. Might as well get that one first. You know what? I'm not even going to look where the other ones are. Let's just get this one now that we know it's there. You can look up the other ones later. You can buy it at the store. This one's actually buried down here pretty far from what I remember. Like that one charm that we got at the very beginning of the game down here where we took this little shortcut and did this right here. Yeah, it's down here. Well, you see the little red glow a little bit already. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's see how this goes. Maybe get this guy out of the way. He's got a few more fireballs than the other guy did. Ooh, he's trying to take a dump, sounds like. Nice, nice. Just wait and see what he does. Yeah, if he makes that sound like he's trying to take a dump, I guess that means he's doing the thing, like getting ready to dash. Didn't quite get him there. Yeah, the sooner you can get to him, the more likely you'll get your hit off. I wouldn't recommend ever trying to hit him before he does his attack. Let him do his attack first and then do whatever you're gonna do. Yeah. And there it is. Yeah, number 2. Number 3 is kind of a pain in the ass. These are not as much of a pain in the ass as I remember them being. But I remember number 3, actually a couple of those killed me. Yes, they killed me. They literally killed me. I guess it was my first time, so whatever, but still though. Well, there goes the thing again. I don't know if I ever demonstrated it, but those stalactites that fall, you can actually hit them mid-air towards an enemy, and hit an enemy with them. And it actually does a pretty decent amount of damage too, from what I hear. Never done it myself, so I don't know. Oh boy. I almost fell there. See, watch this. Nope. Yeah, see there how it's all diagonal over there? Sticking in there. Like diagonal Shaw. Man, I think that video just went up today. Actually, what am I doing? We're supposed to be looking on the map for the rest of these. So these are going to be a little further out of the way, I imagine, since it's like the second one now. Wow, I don't see any of these. Let's see. Okay, there's one right there in Kingdom's Edge. And there's one basically on the way in Resting Grounds, so... Well, the path couldn't possibly be any more clear then. So we'll just go and take the stack station from here. But first, another precept. Let's go. Precept 8, travel alone. Howl alone, howl alone. You can rely on nobody, and nobody will always be loyal. Therefore, nobody should be your constant companion. This guy. Let's hear another one, dude. Huh? Precept 9, keep your home tidy. Your home is where you keep your most prized possession, yourself. Therefore, you should make an effort to keep it nice and clean. Simple and clean. You know it. Alright, let's see. We're going to Resting Grounds. I guess we could drop in on the guy. You know what I haven't done yet? I haven't used... I told you I wasn't going to remember to use it. Dang it. That power, that thing, that fast travel thing that we got. Yeah. I haven't used it. I think I've still gotten everything that the seer can give me, because, like, the latest one was 1500. I think I've beaten one more boss since then, but you're going to need 1800 essence to progress the main story here. Let me have a look at the dream yell. Yes, I thought so. More than 1500 essence. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're getting something here. Once you collected 1800, yep. Take this gift, may it grant you strength and help you to collect the essence of the world. Well, there's one of our mask shards right there. That's good. I have them all on a list over here. What I'm going to need to do is probably just get the list and mark off all the ones I got, and then just make like a little checklist of all the ones I have left to do. I think most of them, though, are behind stuff like the Coliseum of the Fool or like challenges and stuff like that. Yeah, so we'll just head off to the left here. And we'll just make short work of these guys. Oh, right. I guess there's... Wait, we already fought this one. That was like the first one we fought. What are you doing? You're crazy, man. Or actually, that was this guy, though, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't remember anything anymore. Yep, there he is. Yeah. Nice. Try me. Nice, nice, nice. Oh boy, I was a little late on that one, yeah. Almost gotcha. Yeah, little guy's shooting fireballs at him too, so he's helping out. Good job, little guy. Oops. There I go again. Okay, I guess basically back to the stack station. Well, isn't the other one just down here, though? Ooh, it's still faster to take the stack station, isn't it? So now we're just going to do the usual thing here and go to King's Station, drop to the bottom right, take that secret path to Kingdom's Edge, and pretty much go from there. Did I call this Kingdom's Station just now? I didn't mean to if I did. Yeah, straight on through here. It looks like such an obscure shortcut, you wouldn't think you'd be using it as often as you are, but alas, you use it as often as you are. We're almost there already. Yeah, it's just below us here. Perfect. Oh boy, terrain for this one's gonna be a little awkward, but unless of course he charges at you, in which case, you know, stand in one spot and do the thing. Yeah, if he does the fireball though, yeah, boy, okay. There we go. Just stay in the middle. Bingo. You might actually, the spin attack might be better to do here. Well, yeah, because it lasts a little longer, so you can, like, totally have it already going, like, when he comes at you. That might be the smarter way to do this, now that I really think about it. There it is, that's all 3 flames, we're done. I thought I heard the game over sound to... What is that? What game is that? That's not Banjo-Kazooie, right? Hang on a second. Why can't I think of what game that is? Oh my god. I just heard it not that long ago. Yeah, because Banjo-Kazooie is like dun 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 dun. So which one is? That's like a Mario game of some kind. I don't know. I don't know why I can't think of it. That's so weird, man. Oh, it's like Yoshi's Island or something. Maybe Kirby. Okay, we need to go back and like turn in our homework here, so let's do it. Oh, I know what it is. It's DKC. And the only way I thought of it was because I could hear the balloon popping sound over the music. Yeah, I just heard that music because I was watching a video about can you beat DKC without jumping. When I saw that title, I was like, there is no way in hell you can beat DKC without jumping. They got surprisingly far without doing it. Precept 10, keep your weapons sharp. I make sure that my weapon, Life Ender, is kept well sharpened at all times. This makes it much easier to cut things. Precept 11, mothers will always betray you. This precept explains itself. Very nice indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the bench here while we're thinking about it. Alright, I'm just gonna scoot on past you here. Hi, welcome back, greater than sign. Wonderful, wonderful, my kin arrive and the time has come to make the decision. Yeah, wait, hang on. You're not... This is searing fire. It carries well the ritual's promise. Yeah? Yeah? Dance with me, my friend. The crowd awaits. So there's one fight in between the second and third phases of this. Holy crap, I am so not ready. Let's try it. Don't hit him when he bows at you. He'll do like a stupid bullet hell attack. Okay, the first version of this is actually not that bad. Unless you were stupid and you think you're fighting the second version, perhaps? I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Nah. Wow, way to get hit by that. So we got plenty of time to heal here, I suppose. Alright, let's get a... And when he does that, you can just double jump. Alright, okay. Sir. I don't know what he says there, but it sounds like sir. Like sir. Okay, we're getting the hang of this now, yeah. This one's easy, actually. There's two versions of this fight, and this is the easy version. Okay. When he does this, that means he's either at 75% health, 50% health, or 25% health. So basically, you're going to see him do it 3 times in the fight, and that's kind of how you know where you're at in the fight. When he does this, it's your chance to heal, so might as well. I'm not going to overstay my welcome with the heal. I'll just take as much as I can get and get out of there. Get 2 hits in, so much the better. That's not hard to dodge. It looks like it's hard, but it's not, actually. Like, I've watched people fight this a few times, and I remember thinking, oh, that looks really hard, but that's actually not that bad. It totally tells you. So we're 50% already. Good on us. We must have had him at, like... Can we talk about this music for a second? Maybe I should just shut up. I love how the music is all transformative and it gets quiet during that part. Just like the Plants vs. Zombies music. Too bad they had to mess with it and replan it, but hey. I wonder if they fixed that by now. By the time this video goes up. Because they fixed a few things about it already, which is nice. I don't know if it's worth it to, like, charge your nail arts here, because it might be. The way I'm playing right now, it feels like maybe I should be doing that, but... Sometimes it's easier to concentrate if you're not doing it, though. It's just one less thing you have to think about. It's not that holding down a button requires a lot of, you know, real estate in the brain, if you know what I mean, but... I don't know. It's just enough that sometimes it can be that little bit of distracting that you don't need. That little bit of extra distraction that you don't... Okay, I got greedy there. It's like I need to get closer to him. Alright, I'll go ahead and charge up for one here and just see how it works. Oh man, that was a lucky hit there. Yeah, I think I was wrong when I said that does 3 times damage. I think it's only 2 times damage. But I think it's different from monster to monster, because I'm not sure. I could have sworn there was an enemy that normally takes 3 hits, and it takes only 1 hit with that move. Yeah, thanks, no problem. It was awesome. I love that he refers to it as a dance, though, because in many ways, so many boss fights in this game are like dances. You just gotta learn how to move with the enemy, and just kind of learn the dance. Bravo, my friend, hear how the crowd adores you. They've not seen such a show in a long time. Snap. Oh, shit! Look here, how our child has grown, nourished and strengthened by the heat of our passionate dance. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, the 2 of you will feature in many tragedies and triumphs together, I'm sure. And so our great ritual nears its end. Will you continue to harvest the flame, even though now you surely see the path it illuminates for us? Our scarlet eyes will watch you keenly, friend. Well, go out into the darkness, harvest the last lingering embers of this kingdom. Then return to me and we will complete our dance. Oh, you say that now. What do you got here? Oh, sweet, another charm notch. Man, I forgot about that. I thought that was later you got... Okay. Okay. Well, dude, okay then. Man, that's more charm notches than I know what to do with at this point. Well, now that we've taken care of the first version of that, another precept if you please. Precept 12, keep your cloak dry. If your cloak gets wet, dry it as soon as you can. Wearing wet cloaks is unpleasant and can lead to illness. Precept 13, never be afraid. Fear can only hold you back. Facing your fears can be a tremendous effort. Therefore, you should just not be afraid in the first place. Let's take care of this. I guess we can take a quick look at the map and see where the rest of our things are. 3 more, huh? There's gonna be one right there. Oh, of course there's one there. I mean, that's right next to a stag station, so that's not a big deal. Then there's one right there. Huh, that's a weird spot. There's 4 of them. Is there more? I thought there were only 3 in the last set. I mean, if there's 4, I can do 4, but still. There's totally 4 of them. Oh, that's so weird, man. Are there 4 flames to fill in down here below the thing? No, there's only 3. Maybe you just pick 3 of them to do and come back? That's weird. Didn't expect to see 4 of them on the map. Either way, I guess we'll go ahead and take care of that, but we're going to take care of that next time here on Hollow Knight. Aw, little guy went to sleep. How adorable.
So how are you doing today? February 3rd, 2005. And it's about time for me to hit the road with them burps.